All right, welcome to this new video, guys. Today we're gonna go over some good stuff. We're gonna go over how to attract high intent buyers, rich people. Because at the end of the day, when you attract rich people, you can charge much more, and at the end of the day, you have a better life because you don't have to have 25 clients at the same time. But if you don't know me already, I'm Sergio, and what I do is just I'm in the info space. I've scaled multiple companies with my clients, my own info product. And I'm just here handing down lessons at the end of the day, handing down lessons from myself, from my clients, what I've done to scale multiple clients to like multi-seven figures, and myself also. I sold a company already once at 20 years old. You can think about that. And today in this video, I have Joel here with me. So Joel, tell them.
Joel and Bang, man, one and only.
How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm doing amazing. Happy to be here.
That's good. That's good. For the people that don't know you, bro, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm just a simple marketer. I'm just very good at the game of helping rich people get richer.
There we go.
And got me a little bit of money as well. So we do that through marketing, through sales, and predominantly in the info space.
That's good.
So we help people with virtual live events, in-person live events, webinars, challenge funnels, everything when it comes to one-to-many selling, leverage selling. We do that, only focusing on big money, big creators. You know, we work with one of the biggest people here in the info space. Can't say any names, but you know, the people that know me already know. You can go to my socials as well and figure it out. But one of the best I ever do it.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No, of course. And today, like I said, we're gonna go over how to attract rich people because, like you said, what we do, both of us, we do pretty much a very similar thing, which is help rich people get a hell of a lot richer. That's
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. And today we're gonna talk about how to attract them.
Exactly.
Because the main problem is what? The main problem is that people have brokies and donkeys coming to their funnel 24/7.
Exactly.
So now we're going to break down actually how we both do it. And yeah, it's going to be a banger.
It's gonna be a banger for sure. But for you guys that you're watching these videos, make sure to go down below, subscribe, like the video before we jump straight into it. But let's jump, bro, because at the end of the day, like, tell the guys, like, why should they even start by focusing on rich people, bro?
Okay. It's easier, right? When you're impoverished, I would say impoverished for me is sub 50K a month.
Yeah.
You should always focus on selling to rich people. When you're rich, you focus on selling to poor people. That's the range of motion,
Yeah.
right? That some people don't really understand. Selling to rich people, it's easier to sell into poor people. Poor people have all sorts of limiting beliefs. They will like have objections for you. They have like all these fears that are holding them back from actually taking the step. And they need to believe in something bigger. They need to, you know, see a fucking president and then invest into the president, you know, like with other words. But if you're not that big yet, you need to sell to rich people. Rich people will give you money easier if you solve one specific problem extremely well. You don't necessarily need case studies or whatever. If you can mathematically show them how you will solve the problem and that you actually know what you're talking about in terms of the info that you have and the questions, the quality of questions that you ask, then they will be willing to give you a shot. Now, you can't always pull it off. Sometimes in terms of helping businesses, I sometimes also say that depending on the person, right, and your confidence level and your self-esteem, if your self-esteem is extremely low and you're retarded, go work with smaller businesses and then go work with bigger ones.
I would say personally that if you are at that scale of like you're retarded and you just have no confidence, go to local businesses.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Because at the end of the day, when you go to local businesses, you don't need to know as much about the game to know more than them. Because they are themselves retarded.
Yeah.
When it comes to marketing and when it comes to all of this stuff. Because if you go, you can think about it like this. It's like in football. Let's say you go and you teach the younger academy on how to play football and you are in the second division. You can do that, if you know what I mean. But you cannot go without any confidence and go and play for Barcelona or nowhere.
Yeah.
They're gonna scream at you. They're gonna say you're fucking they're gonna kill you because you don't score goals.
Yeah.
Same shit.
No, 100%. And I think let's dive right into the lesson.
Let's do
I
it.
think the biggest lesson here is rich people messaging, targeting the financially qualified demographic in terms of your niche.
Exactly.
And the way you do that is by dialing in your messaging. You have to know exactly who you're speaking to with every single content piece that you put out there. You can't just talk about mindset stuff. You will attract donkeys. You will attract retarded people that have these mindset issues of if you don't feel motivated, or you can't send 50 outreach messages per day, like watch this or this and that, or POV, I took action and I got this. And no. You actually speak to people that have these problems. I don't know how to take action. I don't know how to do this, how to do that. So you have to ask yourself the question, who am I speaking to 24/7 when it comes to your content, when it comes to your outreach, and when it comes to your messaging, right? And to your ads. Because people don't really think about this. You have to be extremely direct on who you talk to and what pain points you're trying to target. So through your content, you only talk about the problems that rich people have. Staff, getting their AOV up. Specific problems that only high-level people would understand.
Exactly.
There you
and
go.
we always say, because when you talk to high-level people, everyone below will listen.
Exactly.
It's always like that. Like when you talk to high-level people, everyone below will listen. But if you talk to a lower end of people, the people above will not listen. So if you wanna spread your reach, but at the same time, make it smaller by going to rich people. So you're doing both at the same time. When you actually think about it, it's a win-win situation. Then you just need to talk about high-level stuff, the problems that rich people have, and solve those problems. Because there's always a saying, when you solve problems from rich people, you get paid well.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing.
I learned this lesson. From working with Mr. Jordan Belfort, and at some point, I was like, "Yo, he has an offer that's like 7 figures up front for consulting one-on-one with him." And I was like, "Bro, we need to sell more of that, And I had to figure out how we could attract that type of buyer. And bro, this was sick. I dialed in the messaging so heavy, bro, through the emails, through the content, through the story sequences. And I was extremely direct with who I was speaking to. And I was speaking to the whales. I was speaking to the corporate people. Yeah. I was speaking to the people that are making at least 10 million a year, with their businesses, and really speaking to their pain points in terms of, okay, how's the sales team performing? How's the structure of the company, to really expand the skill, right? And to really go to that next level. And when I did that, bro, I got leads in. Boom, I'm doing 25 million a year. Boom, I'm ready to pivot right now, bro. I got people paying upfront via the DMs, bro.
No, the same thing.
And no, but that's because of Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
But this specific lesson here taught me that you just need to speak to that person and just fuck everyone else.
Exactly.
Because you're trying to get that person's money. You're trying to get that person's money. You try to get the people in the middle's money. Nah, when you say no to all of these people and only say yes to, hey, yo, listen, fuck poor people, actually fuck poor people, you will get it. You will get to work with rich people because they respect that too. Like the barber, how much do we charge? Does the barber charge us $150?
Yeah, something per person.
Per person, yeah, bro. A brokey is not gonna be.
No, of course.
We don't want a brokey barber.
No, we don't want. He has a role with. He comes with a role.
Yo, I know we fly ass niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I mean?
There we go.
So, in terms of that, rich people think the same. I don't want to work with an agency that works with brokies. You're a brokey agency. You're an agency that gives off this donkey breath.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm charging $1,000 and I just came from a beginner's course. No, that's the aura that you give.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, you have to be mindful of how much you charge. rich people like to spend a lot of money, like on expensive stuff.
Like I saw this because when it comes to one of the clients that I have, Ibrahim, that does all the hypnosis stuff and all of that, and it's a kind of like similar story to what you said about Jordan Belfort. I was like, wait a second, we're selling a 10K offer right now. Mainly, we're focusing on that. When we have almost 500K offer, there's like a 300K offer or something that we have. I was like, why don't we just create $1 million offer, and instead of going and selling to one person, we go and sell to fucking corporate companies that are making like 100 mil a year. Done. Like as an example, I'm not gonna mention names, but one of the biggest people in this industry, and you know him very well because you paid him money. He paid Ibrahim to go and hypnotize his whole sales team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking about a guy that makes almost 9 figures in 1 month, his top month. Mm-hmm. So you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you know who I'm talking about.
Okay, cool.
And
Gotcha, yeah.
You just go after this kind of people if you actually use the messaging right. And then instead of having to sell to 100 people 10K, you sell to 4 people 250K.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
4 people.
Exactly.
It takes you 4 people to actually make $1 million. And it takes you 100 people to make a $1 million with a 10K offer without counting the cash collected and this and the financing and this and that. Like the cash collected on 10K offer is usually like 4K, 3K.
But listen though, how easy is it to sell to those people?
The thing is, those people, you don't need to sell to them. That's the point. Like those people, you don't need to sell to them. You need to just, if you show them what they want and you show them it's expensive, they will pay you money. Because they're like, no one can pay this. I can pay this. I'm the man. I'm paying this. 250K is nothing.
Bro, it's the same shit, bro. Like I'm a private client of a public figure.
The same person.
And yeah. And I pay like 125K a year. So I'm a rich client. You know, like I'm that kind of person that you want to sell to. And I feel some sort of a privilege, some sort of a status almost to be able to pay that shit. And I can now say it now here freely on YouTube or whatever short you see this on and be proud of that shit. Like, yo, I'm paying someone 125 bands, bro.
No, exactly.
Who the fuck are you, you know? And giving someone that specific status is that he's paying you that amount, so you're putting him in a different bracket.
Same. At the end of the day, I always say when it comes to the world,
Mm-hmm.
there's one thing that is above everything.
Yeah.
You make money because of ego. You go after girls because of ego. You go after everything because of ego. You just want to have more ego. Like your ego is always competing against the man against you, if you're not gay.
Hey.
Just to say, if you're not gay, and when it comes to gay, I'm not talking about actually gay. I'm talking about tolerating bullshit and just not wanting to scale and then just coming with excuses all the time. All of this stuff. That's being gay for me.
Gay.
You see.
Very gay.
And if you're not gay, to do a quick promo here, go down below, check the links down below, and you can go and check my new university where I do one-on-one calls with my students. I do weekly group calls, 2 one-on-one calls by the way, every single month with not some coach, with myself. Weekly group calls where we go deeply into specific topics, whatever sales, marketing, on request of the people inside of the group. Of course, the Telegram group with rich people trying to get a hell of a lot richer. At the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of like PIF offers or anything. This offer is fully MRR because I want to win your business every single month, and I want you to be shredding to get the money for next month every single month. At the start of the month, you pay me and you're like, next month, okay, I need to get the money in this next 30-day sprint to pay him next time because I want to stay in this group with this kind of people. And then of course, SOPs, a lot of stuff. And one of my favorite ones would be the quarterly in-person masterminds that I host here in Dubai, where I'm currently living. So you want to check that offer out? That's for rich people trying to get a hell of a lot richer. People that have motion already, go down below and check out the links. But getting back to the lesson, because I needed to tell people, the rich people here, to go down below.
Yeah, no, like I think the second most important thing is positioning. Positioning is everything. again, I say this a lot of times, but I'm going to go more in detail about this shit. Your content, the way you present yourself online, you need to curate it in a way where people will respect you. You have to respect yourself. You have to look at the people that you respect and say like, okay, how can I become that person that I would look up to?
Exactly.
I did it with everything, with my whole image, with who I am today. Like, I saw people with a rich old meal. I saw people with like some fly ass niggas, like boom, they got some money. Like they have some chains on it. I'm not wearing a chain today, but you know, like they're fly. I was like, bro, okay, you know, I see what's up. I could work with this person.
Yeah.
And you have to become that person. You have to also curate your image online as well, really to attract that. And that's what people don't really talk about. And even maybe people from the group call right now, because we're doing a multi-purpose action.
Yeah.
You know, having a group call at the same time. Maybe you guys have a shit fucking Instagram profile, LinkedIn profile. Everything is just shit with no content, with no fucking blue tick that costs you $20 a month. Like that's all small stuff that costs you literally zero to fucking implement and position yourself differently and attract the right people.
I always say, like, you need to position yourself in a way for a rich person to look at you and respect you. Because if they don't respect you, they're not gonna give you money. And what do I mean? Like, do you need to be richer than them to actually them to respect you? No, it's not that. It's that when they watch you, they're like, this guy knows a thing or two about what he talks about. This guy, oh, he's in nice places, Dubai or whatever, because most people here were in Dubai here for a whole week at least. They came in the in-person mastermind that I was talking about for the links down below. But these people here, you have content from the mastermind, like in-person mastermind that we did. We had villas, we had supercars, we had guest speakers, we had even a billionaire come over to the house and do a guest speaking, like, and speak in front of you guys. I have all of this content, and I've seen a lot of you guys. You haven't even posted it yet on your Instagram. You haven't even posted nice photos from the dinners that we took or whatever we went. You guys are slow with these things, and when you don't position yourself right, you can think about it like this. It's like when you think about restaurants. I always like to put analogies out because this brings people back to their real world. Like when you think about restaurants, I'm gonna do the example here of Dubai. You think about Pantos as an example in 5 that we go to with the flambe and everything, and we go most likely one of the best places that we go when it comes to dinners. We go there very often. It's nice. It costs like whatever $300 or whatever to go there, and then you go to C'est La Vie. Food is not even that good. Like I've gone to C'est La Vie and the food that I tried there is not even that crazy. It's just because of the positioning they have. If you walk in, you need to spend like $300 per person. If not, you don't go out. You need to pay it, yes or yes. And why do they get to do it? It's just because if you check their brand out, it looks like luxurious. It looks like if you're here, you have money. If you're here, you deserve to be here. No one comes here that doesn't deserve to be here. No one comes here that is a brokey. And then they get the people that can pay those amounts to come. And they can tell you, you need to pay 5,000 dirhams. It's the same thing that happened with Burj Khalifa in the New Year's. There was a table for 4 that they were charging $200,000, bro. Table of 4, $50K per person. And they pretty much, the angle was just like, if you can't pay that, don't come, because you're a brokey. It's the same thing you do in business. You position yourself so rich people look at you and like, this guy knows what he's doing, and he's only working with people even better than me. Okay, this guy knows a thing or two that I can learn from myself, and he will be able to scale me to that level. That's it. Do you need to be there already for the people here? People that are making below a 50K a month? You don't need to specifically be there already, making 300K a month, but you can position yourself by saying, I'm in places like Dubai, I'm doing this. And you don't even need to say anything. You just put nice pictures, and it's the perceived value people get from the pictures. It's how they perceive you at the end of the day. And I think people, like, they mess up that so much every time, bro. Every time you check on people's Instagrams, they don't put any effort. And then you check on like top level people, like people that like have taken over the info space. They use specific graphics, specific wording, and specific like colors to actually make sure that in the specific time of the year you watch this colors, and they trick your mind there. And then you like when you talk to these people, like you check all the people that are making below 50k a month, and you're like, bro, you think you're putting effort? Like these people think about the specific color in the right corner of the picture, bro. So that's, people just don't put enough of effort. I always say people that are making below 100k a month is because they want to be making below 100k a month.
It's true. It's true. I think in terms of the content that you, because it's easy, right? Like you're probably doing outbound to land high ticket clients, or you're running ads, but your messaging is all fucked up. Your messaging is all off. Like how you present yourself, your perceived value of your offer is all fucked up. It's not geared to rich people. No rich people messaging. And the biggest mistake that I see is that you're not even aware of the problems that rich people actually have.
That's true.
In terms of real technical problems. When it comes to short rate, open rate on emails, isn't that like problems that you get at scale? Those are the things that you need to really dial in terms of articulating how to solve that specific issue at a higher level. So you speak about bigger transformations. You speak about bigger sales team. You should speak about what to do when you spend fucking 30k a day on ads, and you have that specific issue. How to structure your ad campaigns on it. You need to talk about these specific things. If you talk about fucking bullshit and how to fucking set 15 appointments for fucking dentists, bro, of course you will attract fucking donkeys and turtles in your funnel. You need to actually be highly intentional with how you communicate these issues. Not only what, but also how.
That's true.
What is the environmental messaging? Well, we're in a studio right now. Look nice, It
looks nice.
Like we're presented well, dressed nice, went to the fucking barber. We talk about some high level issues, and that's how you do it. We're doing it right now, literally right now, literally.
Like just by you watching this video and seeing this instead of us with an ugly background, like all those people that say, no, I'm just natural, I'm just gonna film here with my phone like this with an ugly background, bro, they're broke.
It's messaging is verbally, it's also like visual, and you need to dial every single aspect in of messaging. Dial it in.
Important.
Dial it in. And people don't actually realize that you need to be, like, your appearance is even more important than everything, because people will judge you instantly, bro. There will be people like watching this specific short right now or the YouTube video,
or the group call,
and immediately see that, okay, no, this guy is a fly ass nigga, bro. Because I sell to rich people. I know how to sell to rich people, right? So they will instantly perceive me as someone that is good at something. In this case, I'm good at marketing and sales, webinar funnels, challenge funnels, in-person masterminds, building up like fucking education companies for people. Like, I'm fucking amazing at that shit, and it shows. That's just what it is, So that's the messaging that I put out now. And even you looking at this, reverse engineer it. Just reverse engineer it. This is actually it. Someone will look at this and say like, okay, this guy, okay, cool. Let me book in a call. Let me get in contact. Let me see how I can work with this guy. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone wants to be around the winner. Here, you sell people here, and you sell people visually as well.
I always say that, like, people like us, people like the top level people in the industry, because at the end of the day, I always say, like, when it comes to info space, like, we know a thing or two more than most people when it comes to info space. So what I would say personally, don't only see what we're telling you or what people tell you, but actually realize how we tell it to you, and where we are, what are we wearing, like, what are we doing in the meantime. Actually think about those things. Don't only, like, every single time when I watch a high level person or when they walk in or whatever, I don't really even think about what they're telling me. I think about how are they telling me this? Why do they have like a girl that looks super nice next to him and another one here? And like, why does he wear this watch? And like, why is he wearing the glasses? And why? Wait, he just got this suit tailored also, and with his name here. And like, I'm just looking. What is he doing? When he walks in, people stand up and start clapping. Like, what is he doing? This guy. I'm watching. What is he doing? I don't care what he tells me. Really, I'm looking. Okay, what is he telling me? Now, what is he saying? In what way? I would say mainly, how is he presenting himself? And then one thing, because you said it, is the visuals, is the messaging, is the appearance, and then one last thing, and this is super important, is the voice. Is the voice, because when you actually realize top level people like the most Googled man, I'm not gonna say his name here, for a couple of years, why did he go so viral? Because he screams at the camera. That's the only thing he does. He screams at the camera and he conveys confidence. That's it. He conveys that he knows what he does better than anyone. And he shows it to the camera by using his own voice, because when you listen to it, you don't even need to think about twice who that person is when you listen to that voice. You don't even need to look. You don't even need to do anything. And when you have that, because when you get into, like, this is more deep, I'm not gonna go there, but when you get into people's minds and you own parts of people's minds in a way, in the subconscious mind where they just think about you without even thinking about you during the day, that's when you start tapping into some real stuff. That's where you start tapping into, okay, that's why this rich person does this. Let me do the same to rich people, because at the end of the day, that's the game they play. Because to rich people, it's not about doing something they don't do usually. It's about doing the same stuff they do, even better.
That's a gem right there.
Yeah.
That's a gem. That's a gem. Nah, man, but more on a technical level though. How do you, like, what are the steps? Like, to give some people some practical steps here on the call as well. Like, what will it look like to step by step attract these kind of buyers?
I would say one, like this first thing we talked about earlier, is that you need to go right now and check out your socials, check out just all of your stuff that you have where people can see you online. Because you can think about it like this: today's day and age, when it comes to your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Facebook or whatever, you can't have a place where something can go wrong when it comes to a positioning. Because as an example, I see a lot of people, this happens to a lot of people, funny enough, in Facebook as an example, because families are posting them and this and that. Like on Instagram, they look like they're flying, you know what I mean? But then someone looks on actually on Facebook and they see some weird pictures and this and that can fuck you up. So I would recommend going and looking at all of your socials, everywhere when people can find you, and making sure that you look like the person that the person you want to attract gets attracted to. That's the first thing. The first thing everyone needs to do here, both on the call, because we're here on a group call with my mastermind, and also here on the video that we're filming. Then, another step I would say that is super important to this is that actually take a time, sit down and think about, like, watch this video again and think about why are we saying the things how we're saying it? Why are we in this place? And actually tap into your mind, because have a thinking time and tap into your mind, tap into, okay, why? Okay, this, like, Joel said this. Why did he do like this when he was talking about this? Why he was like, oh, why is Sergio lowering his voice right now? Why did you get what I'm saying? Why am I speaking in a specific way? Why do I lower my voice? Why do I go high? Actually think about it. Actually think how you perceive this place. Does it give you familiarity to anything specific? Think about these things and see, okay, this is rich people and know how to attract rich people. Let me start, like, and people here paid me to actually learn this stuff. So I always say, copy the person that you paid. That's the first principle that I would say. Copy the person that you pay. If you paid someone money, you did it because of a reason. Because you got bought into the stuff. So if you got bought into the stuff, actually go into your, like, inner buying, how comes this word? I forgot the word. In the, like, the buying
journey.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying pattern.
Buying patterns, that's what I wanted. Go into your own, like, buying patterns and think about, okay, why did I buy? What was the moment that he just hooked me in? What video did I watch on YouTube? Did I watch specific testimonials? How did he frame me? And actually look at your own buy-in patterns and replicate that for your own stuff. That's what I would say. But guys, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's a good one. Thank you for coming on.
Pleasure.
And guys, one last thing. Like I said, if you are looking to get a hell of a lot richer, you already have some motion and everything, go down below and check out the links for my inner circle. It's my university where I have rich people trying to get a hell of a lot richer. So go down below, one-on-one calls with me twice a month, group calls every single week, once a week, where we go into a deep topic that we get requested from the members inside of the chat. Then a Telegram group with people that are getting a hell of a lot richer, that already have some motion and are already rich. And then also super important, my favorite one, like I said, in-person masterminds, like the people that came here to Dubai on this group call, in-person masterminds on a quarterly basis where we get guest speakers, we get people that you will love to meet for sure. Like we got some idols from some people last time even. So guys, with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.